What is up, Battlefielders? Aaron Sampson here.
And Ryan Schubert.
And this is the last map we're going to preview. We've done 3 other maps. Silk Road, Goyleen Peaks.
Goyleen.
Hell if I'll ever be able to pronounce that. Altai Range, and this is now Dragon Pass on Rush.
I think this is Dragoon Pass.
Dragoon. We're just going to call it Dragoon Pass. Here's again another map that seems very influenced by Bad Company 2 Vietnam map design.
Yes.
This one was a little bit more like maybe Khaosan Temple, but maybe mixed that with a little bit of Vantage Point. A lot of rivers that you snake up here, a lot of choke points with bridges and things like that. Made a flanking maneuver here with the helicopter and was playing with an Xbox One controller. Was not playing vintage controls. So
well, you know, the melee button has changed.
Yeah.
That's what you were missing.
Yeah, I grenaded instead of meleeed. I fully admit that. But you're watching this on Xbox One.
Xbox One, which gets this, which got Second Assault
first,
so it's sort of the second DLC for Xbox One players, but it's the first for everybody else.
So this rush match went pretty good to start off with, and then we got into a classic can't get past the second set of crates scenario. But I'm excited to try a lot of different tactics on this map, particularly because there's 2 new pieces of equipment in China Rising. The one I'm most excited about, they're bringing back the combat UAV but it's for the support class. It's not like...
Interesting.
It used to be a station in Bad Company, and now the support class just has it. So I'm really intrigued by that. Here's a quick screenshot of what that looked like in the menu. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get a chance to play with it in this preview event, but we will definitely bring that to you once China Rising drops. So the second set of crates on this, it's real tough because if you have armor, you have to get your armor across that bridge over there, and there's a bunch of tow missiles on the other side. Here I was like, maybe it's shallow enough to drive a tank, next to the bridge. It kind of looked like maybe those were ramps right there. So I gave it a shot. Turns out no.
Little too deep.
A little too deep for tank crossings.
You also pointed out before that this is also a little bit reminiscent of Dragon Valley from Battlefield 2.
Yeah, so the official description is that they reimagined Dragon Valley. I played a bunch of Dragon Valley actually in Battlefield Play for free, which I thought was pretty faithful recreations of Battlefield 2 maps. But I don't know. I would have to say a reimagining is a pretty loose term. This didn't really look a whole lot like Dragon Valley to me. It looked more like, Bad Company 2 Vietnam.
Right.
And if you can see there, like, the level of destruction of Bad Company 2 Vietnam, where there's a crate in a building and the whole building just vaporized.
Yeah, so, I'm liking that.
Yeah. So I tried another tactic here, went up on the ridgeline in the back and tried to do tank support for my team. There's actually 3 tow launchers, I think, right up front there. They might have to, I don't know. I'll have to play a bunch more matches on here. I found the tow launchers to be...
I count 2 right now.
Yeah, then you'll see 1 firing off to the right there in a second. Because I took out the first 2, and I took out the tank, and then I started taking fire from the right. It might have just been an engineer.
Right.
But again, this is one of those nasty choke points. And actually, there were maps in Bad Company 2 and Rush where I remember the second or third set of crates would have a really nasty choke point.
Yeah.
So this is where, if I had been smarter, I would have actually gone over to the new combat UAV. But I decided to mess around with the remote mortar tube, which I definitely think is a big improvement over the old mortar tube, where if you were using it, you would more often than not get counter-mortared or stabbed.
Oh, man. All the time.
But I was trying to buy my team a little bit of space. Didn't quite happen, and as you'll see, we got sort of shut down on this match. But I'm definitely looking forward to exploring this map more. Actually, to be honest, I kind of felt like the attacking team at this portion of the map should have had a attack boat.
Oh, that would make sense.
So we'll see if they rebalance this one at all, or if teams come up with better strategies. I think this is always a good place to throw a lot of smoke out.
Right.
Teams that are losing, just everybody go over to smoke and just basically make it impossible for the enemy team to see where you're crossing.
Smoke is pretty much vital to rush.
Yeah.
When the enemy team is doing well. Now, I think I asked you this before, but did you notice much in the way of levolution on these new maps?
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of evolution on any of the maps or modes that we played in the China Rising expansion pack. Although, I didn't consider that to be a bad thing. I thought general destruction was pretty good. Because of the foliage and the map design, I didn't feel like there needed to be a large event occurring. I did not see Conquest on all these maps, so it's possible that there's something that happens.
Right, there's, more map to be seen.
But, you and I, and, we've done pieces on this already.
Laguna Presa.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go, finally.
Good look up with the Googles.
No, I did that with my brain. And my brain also provided screenshots and objective placement.
But I didn't feel like these maps needed Levolution. Levolutions had very mixed results on the core maps.
Right.
And so I would rather them not have it on these maps and just have good map design, and have good jungle map design than shoehorn it in.
Right.
So that was a look at Dragon Pass, a reimagining of Dragon Valley from Battlefield 2. Be sure to check out all of our other coverage of China Rising, including our preview of Silk Road, Guilin Peaks, Goilin, and Altai Range. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all out on the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.